Greenland. The Americans and Trump will take Greenland by force if necessary. Not a fucking chance. The Americans don't have enough trained soldiers in Arctic warfare to take care of that business. Two things are going to happen if that goes down. The British Royal Marines, the Danish Royal Marines and the Norwegian Royal Marines are already gearing up to go to Greenland and remove any American forces that are placed there on the ground. They'll let them come in because that's their specialist job. I would suspect that the German Navy have already got 2 warships on station around Greenland patrolling the waters. They've said they'll take action against any American aggression. The British Royal Navy could sink one of their nuclear attack submarines. Has done it repeatedly, gone underneath and photographed the keel and the propellers of one of the big American aircraft carriers, and there wasn't a damn thing the bloody American fleet could do to stop it. Then you've got the Swedes, who were also talking about backing up Denmark. They share a heritage. They're all Vikings. It's in the DNA. And we all know that Greenland isn't about security at all. It's about American greed. America, in the early on in World War II era and after that the Cold War, had 17 bases on Greenland and in the upper Arctic. Radar stations, early warning stations, and every single one of them but one has been shut down. The Americans never cleaned up the mess. Anything. There's 2 nuclear reactors up under the ice cap, under the ice in Greenland. A nuclear toxic time bomb just waiting to happen. They left Denmark with the bill for cleaning it all up. Barrels and barrels of fuel oil, diesel, petrol, all stacked up, and they've all rotted away. And that fuel has now gone back into the ground. Not mention the batteries, the acids, and all the other flipping shit they left behind. America is not a responsible nation at all. Everywhere they go, they cause problems and pollution and problems for the locals. Nigeria, the oil companies, the big American oil companies. Nigeria is a fucking desolate wasteland in places. It's absolutely disgusting. Oil is just left. The land is dead. It's full of toxins and God knows what else. And we don't even know what. Antarctica. It's a mess. Anyway, that's Greenland. Trump's a narcissistic arsehole and a bully. I came across people like him in my school days, and immediately the first thing to do with them is go smack them, because they're idiots. The Trump family themselves have got all the class of an unflushed toilet that's full of shit. They've no class, they've no breeding. They're what in Britain we class as new money. It's dirty money. It's not honestly earned. It never has been, and it never will be. The Americans refer to people down and out as trailer trash. Well, in the UK, we'd class people like the Trump family trailer trash. This woman that got shot in Minneapolis, I've worked with the British military myself and the Rhodesian military, and I know a fucking murder when I see it. That guy walked round that car twice with his video camera for his phone in his right hand. He then positioned himself at the front of the car where he could get a clear shot with his pistol, with his firearm. She was told by one of his colleagues to leave the area. She started moving. I've seen the video. The one with the camera, the one that shot her, this Jonathan Ross bloke. Suddenly, all of a sudden, as she's setting off, he's got his weapon in his right hand. It's cocked and it's ready. And as soon as she starts moving, he fires. Several shots. To me, that was premeditated murder. Definitely. Premeditated murder. You can't gloss it up. You got J.D. Vance comes on the phone and lies like fuck. He's just a lying bastard. Kristi Noem, another lying bitch. You can say what you like. It was murder. It comes out with this, then Trump comes out with this argument that Greenland's also, some geezer 500 years ago arrived on a boat and reckons they've got a claim to Greenland. Trump, you're a thick cunt. You don't know anything about history at all. You're talking the first Viking settlers on Greenland, 953 or 54 after the death, which is maybe about 1,000 years before your country existed, before Christopher Columbus had discovered the West Indies and its native people. The Vikings had sailed across the North Atlantic, made contact with the Inuit, the local population, the Eskimos, the Indians, and the native Indians, the Native Americans in Newfoundland and Canada, and moved further south. The history, according to the Norwegian and Viking history, is that they actually travelled as far south as the Mexican border, the Gulf of Mexico. And this is about 1,000 years before Christopher Columbus. So by that reckoning, Trump, your ancestors arrived on the shores of America in a boat. So what? That's the grounds for your claim on America. Can you hear yourself, you thick bastard? This is what you're coming out with because you're a thick twat. Anyhow, if you're going to attack Greenland with soldiers, you better make sure they've got a good supply of body bags. Because if the Danes have to take that island back off of you, American forces, you're going to need those body bags. Your sons and your daughters will be going home as dead bodies. That's a guaranteed fact. And I've heard people on here calling me a dickhead, and I don't know what I'm talking about. For your information, I have a PhD in history. I'm an ex-member of the British Armed Forces. I joined in 1975 and I retired in 2005. I'm not going to go too much detail, but I served in Britain and Rhodesia, which is now called Zimbabwe. I've been on peacekeeping missions all over the world. I've served my country well. I've also worked with you Americans. And the strange thing is, I've never trusted you. I don't believe in you. You're a bunch of dickheads. And as for voting for Trump, you stupid Americans voted for this. You put Trump in a position of power. The rest of the world could see Trump for what he was before he became the president first time round. And the Trump family. We all know what they're about. But you stupid dumbass Americans are uneducated, thick bastards. And you put him in. You've sown the seeds, now you're reaping the harvest. If you don't like what Trump's doing, then vote the fucker out. Assassinate him, do whatever you need to do, but get rid of the bastard. Because he's going to kill your country. He's going to be the first American president since the Civil War, to put America into a civil war. Personally, I think we should bypass Trump. I think the European military and the Canadians and everybody else that's Mexicans that's pissed off with America at the moment should just walk straight into America, remove the government like Trump did with the Venezuelan president, arrest all the Republican Party, and start running the place and take over the running of the place until somebody can be found that's sensible enough to take over the job.